Getting started with bird watching. Extension experience number 2 for the first grade, Unit 4 on Ornithology. Video compiled by Court Ambrosino of the AAPS Environmental Education Program.
Hello, ornithologists. Mr. Ambrosino here, environmental education teacher for Ann Arbor Public Schools. I heard you were studying about birds, and I wanted to give you some tips about getting started with bird watching. A naturalist is a scientist who studies nature, and studying birds is really fun for naturalists like me. Many types of birds can live near humans, and because they can fly, they don't have to worry about crossing streets or other human spaces like some other animals do. Birds are all around us. I love observing bird behavior, seeing the coloration of their feathers, and listening to bird song. It can be a fun challenge to try to identify the bird species I see.
You really only need one thing to get started with bird watching, and that is your observation skills. Mostly, you will use your eyes and ears when you go bird watching. Find a comfortable space where you can sit still and observe. This might be an observation window at home, a sit spot in your backyard, or in a local park.
If you sit quietly and observe, you'll start to see birds moving around in the trees, flying in the sky, or on the ground. And you will certainly hear birds, which is probably the best way to notice them. Early in the morning and in the evening before the sun goes down are usually the best times to go bird watching. I like going in my backyard early in the morning and sitting still to observe the birds.
I'm always amazed at how much bird activity I notice when I am quiet and I use my observation skills. There's a northern flicker that has been visiting a dead tree in my neighbor's yard lately. I think it might be looking for food, insects that are living in the dead wood. Here are some birdwatching tips from our wonderful environmental education program volunteer naturalists.
Hi scientists, this is Mrs. H and I wanted to share with you 2 places where it's very easy to look for birds. One is here at a bird feeder. They come in and they'll land there and they will eat the bird seed. And so sometimes you can get a very good look at a bird because it's sitting still for a long time and it's not hidden in the trees. And here is another place. Can you see the bird house? There is a bird called a wren that has a nest in that birdhouse, and the wren is flying back and forth, bringing little worms into the babies in that birdhouse. Sometimes you can hear the babies crying when she comes back. They're peeping, trying to get her to feed them food.
A beginning birder should really pay attention to a common bird, the robin. Everybody knows what a robin looks like. They sometimes show up on your lawn and with their orange breasts. A robin's size is 8.5 inches from beak to tail, and other birds are described as the size of a robin, a little bigger than a robin, a little smaller than a robin. A robin's song is described by some people as cheer up, cheerio, cheer up, cheerio. And if you know the robin song, other birds are often described in terms of as compared to a robin. And a robin has a characteristic way of walking on a sidewalk or in the grass. It takes a bunch of running steps and then it cocks its head. So pay attention to those things, and as you watch the robin, you'll see a lot more.
Hi, scientists. My name is Kathy Claflin, and I'm ready to go birding today. I'm out here in my backyard because I want to get to know the birds that live around me. It's a great way to start birding just by going through your own neighborhood and seeing what birds live there. Now, you don't need very much to take with you when you go birding. I like to take something to help me identify the birds though. It can be a book or it can be an app on a cell phone. I have this book called The Birds of Michigan that has lots of great pictures, like this one of the blue jay. I'll bet you recognize that one. The tricky thing about going birding is they won't hold still. So what you need to do is just go outside and stand quietly someplace and listen and look, and in no time at all, I'll bet you find some birds. Now, one helpful tool to have if you're looking for birds is this pair of binoculars. If a bird is over there in the tree, it's really hard to see, so the binoculars make it look much closer. But I know that lots of people don't have binoculars. So there's another thing that you can use, not quite the same, but it will make things easier for you to see. Everybody has these, the cardboard tube from a toilet paper roll. You can use it like a spyglass. So you close one eye and you look through the other eye, and you'll be amazed at how much easier it is to see things. Now, I also have another helpful hint in case you do get some binoculars. If you take 2 cardboard tubes, you can practice. Now, here's the thing that people do and make a mistake when they are using binoculars. They see the bird over there, and so they get their binoculars up and then they start looking for it. What you want to do is look for it first. Find that bird, get your eyes on it, don't blink, and there it is. Bring the binoculars right up without blinking. Same thing when you use the cardboard tube. Find something first and then start looking. So I hope you get a chance to go out and go look for birds. I love birding. Birds are so pretty and so exciting to look at. I hope you'll enjoy them too.
Just like Mrs. Claflin, I sometimes use a field guide when I want to identify a bird, know the name of it, or learn more about a specific bird species. Sometimes I use a field guide book, and sometimes I use an online field guide, like the Audubon Bird app or the Merlin Bird ID app. These tools can tell you what types of birds you might see where you live, and in the part of the year that you are doing your bird watching. Some Michigan birds live here year-round, while others migrate, which means they leave the area to live somewhere else for part of the year.
I can enter the date and location that I saw the bird, the size and color of the bird, and what it was doing, and the app will give me suggestions of what species of bird it might be. If I figure it out, I can enter my observation in the app, which helps scientists who are studying birds know that the species I observed is living in a certain place. I can also see pictures, listen to sounds, and read to learn more about each bird species.
However you decide to do your bird watching, I know you'll start to see some amazing things when you get outside and start observing birds. Good luck, everyone. And I gotta run, because I think I see one now.